Staying with footballing matters, this time in the court, the fraud and theft case involving South African football boss Danny Jordaan and two others was back in court today, where they're accused of misusing 1.3 million rand of the South African Football Association's money. Jordaan, along with Gronie, Hluyo and Trevor, Neethling, were arrested on the 13th of November by the Hawks and were subsequently granted 20,000 rand bail each. Sports reporter Benjamin Leshoro has been following the matter and filed this report.
SAFA President Danny Jordaan and his two co-accused Gronie, Hluyo and Trevor Neethling were back at the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court in Palm Ridge on Wednesday morning in the matter relating to 1.3 million rand fraud and theft charges. A new face in Jordaan and Hluyo's defense team, as accused number 1 and 3 respectively, was advocate Norman Arendse, whom the state quickly raised objection to after what they viewed as him making representations to have the matter struck off the roll when they have already asked for a postponement.
If I'm not mistaken, this is now in application in terms of Section 342A. And the reasons why we are at this stage and after the initial agreements, the reasons for the postponement of the matter today is to have this application being had on the 10th, Your Worship, when the state and everybody is ready to ventilate this issue. It now appears that my colleague has now gone to the issues already and making an application.
Arendse immediately hit back, explaining why his camp wants to move quicker on the matter.
No, really, I'm simply summarizing the basis for the 342A and of the two High Court applications, and there is this complaint against the investigating officer, which is only now being investigated. My clients were interviewed on Tuesday extensively because the Directorate of Priority Crime Investigation Unit, a judge was only recently appointed and they've got a huge backlog.
At the same time, the state is challenging Arendse's representation of accused 1 and 3, citing conflict of interest, having done work for the Football Association, who is itself a complainant in the matter, and they plan to file an application to this effect at the next court appearance.
The court will be hearing two separate applications, one by the state, where we are alleging that the lawyer representing Mr. Jordaan is conflicted, and we will be bringing forth such evidence before court, and the court will then take a decision. Well, as the state, we received information that he performs legal duties for SAFA, and SAFA is the complainant in the matter. And Mr. Jordaan is now an accused where SAFA is a complainant.
Meanwhile, accused number 2 and 4, Trevor Neethling and Grid Communications respectively's legal team, says their clients are just caught in the crossfire between SAFA and its former employees.
He's just being used as a scapegoat insofar as the dispute by former SAFA officials who now take issue with the current president. As far as I'm concerned, I cannot say much, but substantive evidence was provided to the state. The state has had until the 16th of November to consider such evidence, and we're hopeful that an objective, fair analysis will be made by the 10th of December next week.
The matter has been postponed to Tuesday, the 10th of December, where, among other things, the defense is expected to make applications for the matter to be struck off the roll. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Benjamin Leshoro at the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court in Katlehong.